Hello, and welcome to the Every Other Saturday podcast. That was two hellos there, but this is episode 18, so it deserves two hellos. How you doing,
It
Lewis, mate?
does. I'm doing alright, Jackson. You doing alright?
I'm doing alright, aye. It's nice to see we've got a couple of wee updated photos here while we're doing a
Aye.
recording. Hopefully that will be available on YouTube pretty soon, so keep peeled for that. While we're on the topic of our social pages right now, our Twitter page is at AvailerSat21, our Instagram's at AvailerSatPod, and our YouTube channel, which we're going to be uploading on in the coming sort of weeks, is at the Availer Saturday Podcast. Finally got a full name and a channel name, so props to us. Also on our Twitter, we mentioned last week, we ran a giveaway. That giveaway winner was announced yesterday, and that was Kimberly Neal. So thank you, Kimberly Neal, for entering that, and hope you enjoy your prize when it's with you. So look forward to more giveaways in the future over there as well. But it's time to get into the juicy stuff, mate. It's time to get into it.
Are we getting it? Aye.
I've done my rambling. It's time to look at the first game on the horizon that played out, which was Rangers v Benfica, ending up my draw. Did you see that one?
I did, mate. I did. Big game.
No, it was
Big
a big game.
FC.
How did you
Turned
feel
out
about
to
our
go.
performance, sir?
I mean, but first off, before we talk about the performance, mate, let's talk about the fact that this team in Europe is just performing against Champions League opposition. And really, we're coming away and we're thinking ourselves we should be winning both legs, home and away. I thought first half we kept the shape pretty well. I thought just watching the game, it was vital. Just how important Ryan Kent, fucking Glenn Kamara and Davis are. Listen, how important they are. You said it. In Europe, just for us, like how important Gerrard relies on them in sort of the big games, as you said on the podcast before, mate.
Aye, no, the two of them were vital, aye.
No, I really thought they were. Really in the first half they played well. I thought Kent looked a bit lively as well in the first half. And I thought we were solid, really.
Aye, so
honestly, off the top of my head, mate, that was his name. What's that boy's name again? We signed for Wigan. What's his name? I keep forgetting his name. I see that block he made in just before half time.
Aye, that's what I was just about to say there. We started the game very well. In the first sort of 5 minutes, just basically going for it. We get an early goal through that. It was kind of like, is this going to go in or not? Cross in for Barisic. Tavernier headers it off the bar, and then it pings out to Scotty Arfield. So, in Dreamland to start off the game in that sort of way. The problem was, though, Benfica always got that quality, came right back into the game as fast as they can. They had chances. They put us under quite a bit of pressure, but I can't remember if they really had any clear-cut chances up until half time. But we went in at half time 1-0. Looked good. It looked as if we could go forward in the second half, take more of our chances, and then in the end maybe get another couple of goals, which we did. We get the other goal. Still, it was a pretty open game at 1-0. I can't remember us actually having that many chances up until Kemar Roof's goal, but what a goal it was. And I know you've seen him a lot over the time he leads, but man, what a player he's turned out to be at Rangers.
Massive sign. I thought that boy Everton was quite dangerous for Benfica, though. He looked quite dangerous.
They have quality all the way through it, their team.
I thought Tav had a bit of an off game, to be honest with you.
It was probably one of his poorest games of the season, but I'm not going to hold him at the end of the day. It was a tough opposition.
But no, I thought the Devils were tough. I thought we did play alright first half. I thought we kept the shape. I thought they were doing a solid job, and obviously hitting them on the counter attack. I felt as well. But no, Kemar is just a fantastic player, mate. You know what I mean? You're seeing these kind of goals he's getting, and you're just, you know what I mean? He's lighting it up, mate. What a signing. I'm happy he's in that blue jersey, as I said, mate.
Then we obviously need to talk about that finish. I mean, to take the ball in that sort of area and get it out your feet as quick as he did, and then just strike it right into the top corner, such a hard thing to do. But when Kemar Roof, he's on form currently, he's putting that away every day. So we're in dreamland at 2-0. We're 2-0 up against Benfica at home. We've got the exact lead in the game that we need, but it led to us again maybe losing a lapse in concentration, I would say, for the first goal, whether that being Benfica were peppering our goal, and it's a poor goal to lose at the end of the day. Pretty sure they went on off Tavernier actually. Then they draw level a few minutes later, but I must say that was a great bit of football they played for that second goal. One touch.
I know it was.
And then Pizzi finished it off. To each.
Must have been watching us, mate.
He must have been watching all your highlights, maybe.
My boy for the Simpsons was back at it though. Did you see him at the touchline?
I know. By the way, did you see? Did you see after the game as well? Steven Gerrard was getting his face touched and all that off.
I know. He looked like he was raging. He honestly looked like he was going to bully that guy.
Do you know who I didn't know? That was Rui Costa, like an ex-Portuguese great, like a footballer for back in the day. I seen that on Twitter after the game. I'm like, what the fuck's Rui Costa feeling up Gerrard for? But
I know Gerrard looked raging with that.
Nah, I know it's just not what you're wanting. Obviously, with the current climate in the world, and then obviously thrown away a 2-goal lead, but just your full time. They did. I was just going to go on to what is your thoughts at full time on that game?
I mean, just you're disappointed. Obviously, as I said at the start there, you're disappointed we didn't come away with the win. I think we should have came away with the win, but the players just looked fatigued. If I can remember off the top of my head, I don't think we had Aribo and Jack on the bench, so sort of. It's obviously there's nobody can bring on the way is there. The way he's crippled there in terms of that.
Aye.
I thought he could have brought. I thought he could have maybe brought Barker on maybe.
I thought maybe Barker would come on. Obviously, it was quite quick between their first and second goal to equalise, but in between that first goal, maybe to get us up the park again with a bit of pace. I thought maybe, but Gerrard. It's always going to be more criticism of him as the subs. He makes something like this game's crying out for somebody to come on, just sort of get a bit of energy into the side, but it wasn't there.
It wasn't, but that's where you kind of thing with him anyway. I don't know if you can fault him for this game, mostly anything, but just in terms of midfield, there was nobody who could hang me. I thought we should have had a free kick in the extra time. For me personally, I thought it should have been a free kick.
On the added on time at the end, like?
I think Tav went down. To me, it was a free kick anyway.
I can't remember it now, but
I know, can't remember off the top of my head. But
at full time as well, I'm thinking like that. Oh, it's another missed opportunity against a good side to go and basically put a stamp down and say we're going to finish top of this group. We're going to show everybody that Rangers can compete with a team of this level and beat a team of this level. But it was poor, obviously, to lose the 2 goals after being 2-0 up again. Pretty reminiscent of the away leg, but after thinking about it, we've still not been beat. At the end of the day, we're still competing with a side of that quality. So I'm happy for the team, and hopefully we can make it count on Thursday. We'll see us through.
It's just again for the away leg. It's just really a lapse of concentration and fatigue that's let the team down there.
No, definitely, I would say fatigue plays into a lot.
But listen, I'm just, as you say, we're unbeaten in Europe, which is better than some teams in Glasgow, isn't it?
Nah, you bet on some teams in Glasgow who could beat 8-2 on aggregate off Sparta Prague going away. So
I know.
I mean, at least we're not them. So, anything else you want to touch on about that game, or is that all?
No, not really, mate. Nothing else I could really touch on. Maybe Gerrard's face, I don't know.
We've pretty much covered everything there, and then a good segue into the weekend's game, which we talked about in length in the podcast last week. There've been a lot of changes in the side, which there was. McLaughlin coming in, Bassey coming in, Zungu gets his first start, Hadji, Itten, Barker and Jermaine Defoe. So a lot of changes and even the subs that came on, Leon King, Dixon, Middleton, Kamara, and the man of the podcast, Greg Stewart, made an appearance.
Yes, my boy finally got an appearance.
Buzzing about that one, but sadly I did not see the game live. I only seen the highlights. So, Bruce, if you want to take it away, what is your thoughts on this one?
I'll take it away, mate. I'll take it away because, Jack, you missed out on, I think, another fantastic goal for Jermaine Defoe. That ball that Connor Goldson seems to be playing.
The long
seems to be cutting teams
open.
It seems to be cutting teams open this season. It seems to be our main thing.
Mm-hmm.
But no, it was another fantastic goal for my boy JD. Zungu had me playing the bongo drums because that's a player, Jack. That's a top player we brought in. First game we watching him.
I never really saw anything in the highlights packaging, but obviously I've only seen him at Hamilton.
That's the highlight package, mate. The highlight package is only there to show you a bit of play, the goals. It's not there to show you the full game. Honestly, I just I watched it, mate, and I was watching him, and I was just the way he's passing the ball and the way that his range of passing, things like that, man, are top quality. I think he's a real top player. I want to compare him to my top lad down in Leeds, but he's sort of in that same role. Calvin, really just controlling the game. He does when he plays, mate. I do think he'll be that kind of guy. Connor Goldson again. I think he showed a real leader's performance at Falkirk. I know it's against Falkirk, right? But
still need to win the game at the end of the day.
Still need to win the game, mate. Still need to obviously beat who's in front of you. My boy who got man of the match, deservedly. But I'm going to shock you here, Jack. I'm going to shock you here.
You're going to shock me.
I actually thought Barisic should have been man of the match, personally.
Barisic? You're joking. You're saying to me Calvin Bassey starts the game for Rangers and you're picking Barisic as the man of the match over him?
Well, no, right, listen, look, I love my boy Bassey, right? But, no, listen, look, I know let's not go off of what hang me, but I'm just thinking, you know what I mean? Barisic got himself a wee cheeky, lovely free kick. He got himself an assist. And I thought he had the top performance.
I've seen, obviously, that free kick. It was just glorious. Barisic, he knows how to put a free kick in anyway. And then the assist I seen, that was the only part of the game I seen while I was at work, was the Tavernier goal. Just unreal build-up play towards that, and then the crossover and the volley, perfect. But if you want to continue, mate.
Well do. My boy Bassey, listen, I'm not saying he wasn't man of the match, he was man of the match. I'm just happy for him. He's a top baller, is that guy. Top baller.
I mean, did you see his interview at the end of the game? He looks like a real sort of prospect we've got in our hands, the way he speaks well.
It's called sexual chocolate, alright? Mark Henry, he's a top lad. I do rate him highly, man. It's a steal. I remember when we first signed him, you were sort of like, but who's this? We're signing youth players for Leicester, but that's a real steal we've got on our hands there, and top player. I don't know if Glenn Middleton was playing left back. I don't know if he's now playing at left back.
I seen an article that came out after the game saying Gerrard sees Middleton as more like a utility player, so he can play left wing back, or left back if needed. So
right, decent. It was just I was like, what the fuck's he doing at left back?
So
sadly, one lad's no longer my boy. I'm sorry, Jack. That's Cedric.
My boys are going Cedric down.
They are all right. There's like 3 or 4 of them. Cedric's no longer at.
How is that?
Had some opportunities, because he had some opportunities, mate. He's a good footballer. He's a good player.
I seen the one he should have busted net me right enough.
I just think he lacks that striker's instinct, mate, to be honest with you. But no, he's still decent, mate. I'm not saying he's not decent. I just don't think he's as sharp for the goals as my man JD or
you can't. Nobody compares to JD for a striker instinct anyway. But I still think we Eaton, it'll come with obviously another goal. He really is crying out for a goal.
He's crying out for more game time, really.
Aye, more starts. We've been sort of a packed fixture schedule. I mean, we've got 2 games coming up this week. Then we move on to Lech Poznan, Dundee United, and it just get revealed that St Mirren in the Cup is the Wednesday after. So, I mean, look, if you look at that, we've got like 5-6 games in 2 weeks. So, all of these players will be getting their chance at some point.
No, definitely. They're all going to get their chance, and they're all going to step up and perform. But somebody who, for me, is looking a bit worrying, Jack. I've tried to back him. I've tried to play the devil's advocate. It's Hadji.
Aye,
I'm a bit worried about him. We've paid, what, 3 million for this, Don?
Aye.
Kind of looks like he needs to be going out on a loan or something. I don't know, mate. His head, what's going on in his head? I want to know. Because for me, this is the kind of game I expect him to put that performance in. I expect him to just be playing out his skin in this kind of game, you know what I mean? It's a game where there's no real... I mean, there is pressure on you, obviously, because we want to win. Every game Rangers are playing is a game we want to win, but you know what I mean? Like, it's a level that Hadji should really be bossing, you know what I mean?
Aye, I 100% agree with you. I think, with looking at the team sheet, the way it started, Hadji was playing in the central role, where we've all sort of saying, right, Hadji can play his best football there. Against Falkirk is a team that no matter who plays this game, we should beat anyway. I was really expecting Hadji to get himself on more assists, maybe even a goal to bring up his confidence a bit, but for whatever reason it's not there. I also would love to know what's going on inside his head to see how that'll get out of him. I think it's maybe just a patch of bad form and he'll just, as we say, get a goal or something, good performance, and then he'll be out of it, but who knows.
The Falkirk honestly, they seem like a no bad wee side, you know what I mean? They seem like a no bad wee team, but...
I mean, they had more shots on our goal than Celtic did, so...
well, let's be honest, MD's doing better than Celtic at the moment, mate. No, but overall, mate, it was a decent performance. It's what you expected. You expected us to go there and blow them away, you know what I mean? That's what we did. Obviously, it was nice to see some of the youngsters come on and make debuts, like 16, 17, you know what I mean? So,
it's obviously massive that we get the goals so we can bring these sort of youngsters on for their debut, and that. It was obviously great to see players that are even 3 years younger than me now playing for Rangers. Makes me feel a bit old, but here we are, 2020. It looked, for what I've seen, looked pretty good as well.
No, they look decent. I think they just need a lot more, obviously, development and game time. But no, they look decent.
And just looking at the scorers, 3 of them being defenders for Rangers. Again, just showing that goals are throughout the team, not just in the attackers. Bassey grabs his first goal for the club, Barisic Tav. So 3 defenders in the score sheet is promising, you know what I mean? We're threats for every single player in the team. No,
as I say, mate, I think it is obviously so impressive that we're not just relying on our Fred anymore to get us the goals. It's obviously the whole team stepping up now and putting the shifts in, putting the workload in, which is nice to see. But obviously my boy walked away with man of the match. I know some people might, I don't know, I just felt like Barisic had a proper top game. I thought obviously with the goals, the assists, I thought
he's doing exactly what you want him to do.
I know he was, mate. He was doing. I don't think he's, as I say, I don't think he's a bad footballer. He's a lovely crosser of the ball, top-notch crosser of the ball, and his defending has improved. It's just, I don't know. It's just a certain thing about him. I don't know. But anyway, Jack, I think there's something you want to talk about, mate. Is there not?
Well, just before that.
Comedy football, was it not?
Before our game actually even happened, I was Sunday morning. I was working with my dad on Sunday, so had the radio on. Celtic v Ross County. Obviously, listen to Super Scoreboard, as probably every Rangers fan in the country is doing at the moment. Had that on, listening to the game. Hugh Keevins obviously comes out. He's like, "There's no way Ross County can beat Celtic. Literally no chance." They all gave their score predictions, 3-4-0 Celtic and all that. I mean, I personally didn't think Ross County would go out and beat Celtic, but you never know. It's the Cup. Celtic are playing poorly. Ross County will fancy their chances. It's a one-off game. They went out there. They got a penalty. Played well when I watched the highlights for it, and scored in the 83rd minute or something just to kill the game. That was unreal. And then you just see the scenes after the game finishes. Idiots going out.
Just before we get into this game and all that, mate, like, let's just talk about how big hypocrites Celtic fans are. They said they didn't want to be in Europe. Who cares about Europe? who cares about the cups? It's all about the league, right? And as soon as they go out of them, they go up to Celtic Park and they act like idiots. You know what I mean?
Aye, especially
Hypocrites, man.
with the current sort of way Scotland is with the tier system and all that. I'm pretty sure Glasgow as a whole is in like the tier 4, so
Aye,
that
3 or
shouldn't
4.
have even happened to begin with. And then the violent sort of scenes with missiles and all that being thrown, it's laughable for us to go out and laugh at that, but for a
The
Celtic
best
fan's
thing,
point of
mate,
view, it's really just like, what the fuck is even happening at our club anymore?
the best thing was Boydie on Sky Sports, wasn't it?
Nah, he loves a good
That
smile
cheeky
these
smile,
days.
man. I do. I do love a wee smile, mate. It's important to see people smiling during these times, isn't it? And
Yeah,
Celtic are letting all this smile. And long may it continue.
long may it continue, because like, I don't see it getting any better for them. I thought Neil Lennon was going to be sacked by yesterday, maybe even
Well,
after.
let's be honest. He should have been. He should have gone. You know what I mean? He's got no chance on Thursday night. You're way to the top of the league in Serie A and AC Milan.
Aye.
They've got no chance over there. The fact that he's still in that job, he should have been sacked. The home leg against that Spartak, whatever they're called, mob.
Spark a fag.
Aye, Spartak bag, mate. He should have. He should have been sacked. He should have been sacked after that, because that's embarrassing.
Aye, it is. I'm loving it. Don't get me wrong, I'm loving the meltdown, but it puts a bit of perspective into play. Like, they're petitioning for their season ticket money and all that back because they're losing games. So realistically, they only want to support Celtic when they're winning, because they've been used to it for the past however many years Rangers won demise. But we've went through 8 years of torment and shite, and never once did I see the scenes that happened at Celtic Park for Rangers fans. We've been down to the bottom tier, right back up, get pumped off Celtic however many times, 5-1, 5-1 at home. Never once did that happen. And now we're in a good place because of all this sort of shite we've had to deal with. So it's good to see that hopefully the pendulum is shifting a wee bit.
It's definitely shifting, mate. Listen, the reason he's not been sacked is because nobody wants the job. They're on about Eddie Howe that was at Bournemouth. He doesn't want it. He's waiting for somebody to lose their job in the Premiership. He's waiting for that. Nobody wants to sell a job. You can't, you know what I mean? I heard Rod Stewart greeting about it, which was fantastic.
It was.
And then obviously he went into sort of, don't get a foreign manager in, get somebody who knows what Celtic's all about. But somebody that knows what Celtic's all about, it's only really Neil Lennon that's in. I can't
Gordon
think
Strachan's the one I've heard.
Gordon's too old for that. Trust me, Gordon's too old to. I mean, I just love hearing the stories of him on open goal. Do you know what I mean? Just brilliant stories, man. Yellow boots. You're supposed to be a good player to wear yellow boots.
Aye.
Fantastic, man.
But
I don't know, mate.
I don't think MD would want that either.
I just no. Who's going to want it? So they're going. Obviously, they're going to have to stick with Neil Lennon. You know what I mean? Which obviously he should be sacked. But I'll back the boy. You know what I mean? Neil. I hope Neil gets a 5-year contract after this season. Deserves it.
He's done so well this season, Neil Lennon. Please, Peter Lawwell, keep him for a good few years.
But keep him, mate. Keep him.
I was talking about the Celtic job just quickly. Who's going to want that job, as you say? A manager's going to come in here. If Neil Lennon gets sacked, it will be a temporary manager, I would say. As you say, somebody who might know the club. I don't think they'll take any risks. I
heard, but I seen on Twitter people talking about Jack Ross for.
Jack Ross is another one that's been linked. I mean, they can have him and all.
He was at Sunderland and didn't get in promotion, so what's he going to do at Celtic?
Exactly. I know. I don't understand it, but they're still living in the Brendan Rodgers era. They're still wanting a manager of that calibre to come in and lead them forward. But the reality is they're not going to get that anymore, because you look at the club, it's just crumbling.
Exactly. And that's what I'm on about, mate. I remember the day that they announced Rodgers as the manager, we were sitting on the Xbox, you know what I mean? And you were like, what? Brendan Rodgers is Celtic. You know what I mean? You knew that will fight, but you know that they are more likely going to hang with just because you know what I mean.
Nah,
He's ex-Liverpool.
he's a class manager. I mean,
He's a class manager, and you're seeing it was him. You know what I mean? That obviously it was him that did the work that led Celtic to success, of course. But I can't think of MD that would take the Celtic job. I
no,
really can't. Who's
because
going to take it?
they inherit this team. Say it goes all the way up until the next Old Firm game. They inherit the team. They're little. How many points are they going to be behind then? They're out of pretty much every cup, but the Scottish Cup for this season. They're wanting to chase us for their biggest season ever. And if a manager comes in, fails to do that, he's already going to be under pressure for the next season. So I don't see
Exactly,
I
but
don't see the Celtic board taking that massive risk. If Neil Lennon leaves, will be a caretaker, most likely like a Gordon Strachan-esque kind of guy that knows the club. But in the end, it might ruin their legacy as well. You know what I mean?
no, but that's what I'm on about. Somebody's legacy is getting ruined here. You know what I mean? Lennon's legacy is. I don't think you know what I mean. Like some of the players need to take the hang with. You know what I mean? Take some of this responsibility as well. You can't just. I don't think you can just pin it on Neil Lennon. Obviously, he's a fall guy, but
No,
I think players, you know what I mean, that have come in. The only one that's come in, I think, that looks semi-decent is that boy. What's his name?
Laxalt.
He looks like an alright player. I remember watching him at the World Cup in 2014. He looked alright then and all.
Best out of bad bunch.
Aye. But obviously Duffy's been a massive letdown for him, and it's
comical, mate. It's really comical. It's just leaning back all these years and all these torment about 10 in a row that we've been put through to now be in the position we are today and be comfortable that we can keep pushing and keep improving as a club to obviously win the league this year, and hopefully that will happen, and hopefully they can keep on fucking doing whatever they want, rioting or whatever. It's not going to help, and we just focus on ourselves.
That's the main thing. You've said it just there. We'll focus on ourselves, but the opposite will happen because they've went out, lost to Ross County, and they're rioting about. See if we win the league, we'll be there, we'll be partying. You know what I mean? Everybody will be partying.
Could you imagine how they would be if we start winning cups and leagues?
Exactly. That's what I'm on about with Star Wars. You know what I mean? Dethroning the Empire. You know what I mean?
It's honestly something I would love to see happen, but we'll obviously hold our tongue now and we'll see what happens. Moving obviously off to Celtic then, off the manager's position and whatever. We've got another game coming up. Another game thick and fast. Another game in Europe. Another game that could see us through. Is Standard Liège at home. The previous game featured that moment of world-class magic for Kemar Roof. 2-0, that one ended up. So we're capable of beating a team like this, and with being at Ibrox, how do you see this one going?
I see it being a fiery fixture. I really do. I think, obviously, what happened at the end.
Obviously a bit of bad blood still there.
That's what I'm on about, a bit of bad blood. I see some tackles coming Kemar's way anyway. I'll be honest with you, I do. I know they were playing Anderlecht. Aye. So I expect it to be a fiery game, but listen, we've got the fire, you know what I mean? We've got the smoke. You want some smoke? Come get some smoke. Come to Ibrox, you're going to get some smoke, mate. I expect a win, mate. I expect us to go through, obviously, in the group. Fiery game, mate.
Hopefully this will be the game to do it, because just for obviously those 3 games coming up in 6 days next week, if we win this game, it will be massive, because then we can go over to like Poznan and maybe we're through anyway. Just play our young players, gives the players a bit of a break. So this is a must-win vital game as it stands right now, because you don't want any injuries coming in like a nothing game against like Poznan if we're already through. So we've got enough here to beat Standard Liège. We've shown it before. We've been at Ibrox. I see them still putting up a fight because they can still qualify as well. But I do believe their qualities will shine through on the day. Or the night, sorry. And I see Rangers winning this one,
if it was a Rangers win, mate, I always say it, I don't say anything else, just the Rangers win.
I'm going to go for my score prediction. I'm going to go 3-0 Rangers. I see us keeping a clean sheet again, and I see us scoring goals. and hopefully 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever.
2, 3, 4, 5.
I'm going to go 3-0.
You're going to go 3-0.
And if you want to use your team prediction for this one as well, mate.
I think the usual faces is obviously at defence.
Can only be Balogun at the moment as well because Highlander's tested positive.
Highlander's get COVID, I know. I was about to say.
All the best, Big Phil. Hopefully see you soon.
Hopefully he come back a bit better looking, Phil. I'm only joking. Listen, good defenders aren't they? Well, I say that Sergio Ramos is a top boy, isn't he? Is he challenging Conor McGregor or something, a fight or something?
Sergio Ramos, the fuck knows?
I don't know. I just seen on some mad sport page, it was like tagged McGregor and so I was like, Ramos, what said they want to fight McGregor for?
Nah, Jake Paul and all.
Anyway, that was hilarious to see Snoop Dogg's commentary on that.
I didn't actually see that.
Oh, mate, listen to Snoop Dogg commentating on it, he starts singing and everything, it's hilarious. You watch the fight live, no?
No, I did not. As you know me, I never can stay up for these kind of things, so...
I stayed up, mate. I didn't pay for it, but I stayed up and watched it. But anyway, back to the Rangers team. I'll probably go middle of the park. I think the same team will sort of play, mate. I don't think
is Benfica like.
I reckon the same lineup against Benfica, really. Maybe I can't change anything. No, I'm going to go same team against they played against Benfica.
Well, I'm going for the same back four as well. McGregor, Tavernier, Bolson, Balogun, Barisic. Up front as well, Roof, Kent, Morelos. In the midfield as well comes one change. I can really see Bongani Zungu making his second start in his debut in Europe. I would like to see him start as a holder. With Jack maybe still out injured, just coming back. Stephen Davis could be the other one, but I'm going with Kamara in Arfield and Zungu in the midfield. I would love to see how that works out. And I do believe there's enough there anyway. Off the bench we've still got, I don't know if Brandon Barker went off injured actually in the Falkirk game. So I don't know how severe that is.
It was Sire relief there, mate, when he get... No, I'm only joking. He's an alright player, he's just no quality for me.
He's grown me a lot, by the way.
So his name's no longer Barton Brandon then, no?
Oh, he can be for you, but he's sort of taking his opportunities when he's given them, I think. Obviously, the other day he get injured, but when he's coming on to the Barton, he's getting goals, he's playing well, so he's a good option to have. But if we don't have that option, obviously we've got Cedric Eaton on the bench, Calvin Bassey, and I think that leaves us a bit there. Joe Rebo may be back, I hope he's back. Apparently had a stomach bug or something like that, so that's why he missed out at the weekend or the game before as well.
Dodgy curry, aye.
Dodgy curry, it must have been, aye. We cheeky Vindaloo for old Joe.
Aye.
But that's the team I'm going with. I see that it's a confident, positive looking side that can score goals and hopefully keep them out. So hopefully we play well, mate. Hopefully we're laughing. And as it stands currently, we may have a video on our YouTube straight after the game, basically giving our instant match reaction. Because obviously with these kind of podcasts and that, we record it throughout the week. We might miss information, we might feel a different way than we do. So it'll be good to obviously get on to YouTube and make our feelings known straight after the game. So watch out for that one. So we move on again. We move on again to Ross County, the team of the week.
Our good friends Ross County did the business. We not got a player out on loan there.
We did. They played against Stephen Kelly, midfielder. So.
Aye.
Well done, Stephen Kelly.
Aye, looks like one of the boys that would be. I'm not only joking. No, it doesn't matter what I was about to say.
Cheesy boss, aye.
Aye.
But Ross County, Sunday at 12 o'clock up there. They'll be on a high now. They will definitely be up for this one after going to set.
I think David De Gea's team will be up for it, mate, definitely.
Aye,
it's one of the teams it's one of the places you really don't want to go, is it? You know what I mean?
It's always a sort of, I know, it is a pain in the arse. But the way we are playing now, no matter who has hit form on that, we could beat MD. Bar Benfica.
I definitely. But well, but listen, they're a good side, mate. As I say, mate, they spent 100 million or something, so.
Nah, we will have to play them again, so that's the only thing.
I know. It's just a levels fatigue and concentration, but I'm pretty sure Gerrard will have them up on that. You know what I mean?
But for the county, I mean, as I say, they'll be on a high. They'll be looking forward to obviously maybe doing the double over Rangers and Celtic. We're going there with the intention to go and punt them off the park and keep winning games in the league, which is at the end of the day the most important thing. If we can keep winning in the league, so it's another vital game. Every single league game is this season. And if you want to run through your team lineup for this one.
Team lineup for. Yeah, again, as I say, it's probably same keeper, same back four. Midfield, Arfield. Jack, I'll go Jack in there. Stick me Ryan Jack in there. Tremendous player. And I'll stick my boy. He's now one of my boys, Jack.
Now one of your boys?
He's now one of my boys after watching him play against Falkirk. I'm going to go with my boy Zungu. Stick him in there. Stick him in there. Say to him, you're playing Ross County away, son. It's no warm weather here. It's freezing cold. Get down, get the work done. Morelos loves a go up there, doesn't he? Remember that? What was the game where the keeper was like?
Aye, a few seasons ago, I think Pedro Caixinha was.
Aye, Morelos. Aye, oh god. And then Morelos ran, fucking did the keeper put the ball in the net, didn't he?
Aye, comical.
I can always remember. I don't know why Candace always stands out for me in the away to Ross County. I don't know why.
I think he scored actually up there in the same game.
That's good. I'd probably just same teammate against that's played in Europe. Probably played on Sunday for me.
So I'm going to go with McGregor, Tavernier, Balogun, Barisic, Goldson as well. Sorry, forgot to mention him. Davis, Aribo, Arfield. That's all depending on if Aribo makes the game on Thursday, because I'll obviously get a clear indication if he'll make Sunday. But if not, I would like to see Zungu as well. I would like to see him if he doesn't start on Thursday as well. I'm going to go with front three of Roof, Kent, and I think Jermaine Defoe will play this game.
I was about to say my boy Jermaine Defoe.
I think Defoe is perfect for these sort of games, with it being off the back end international gate. No, an international point ahead. A European time Thursday. I see Jermaine Defoe, he could come in, do a job up front as he always does for about 60 minutes. And then that will give you the opportunity, maybe Alfredo Morelos or Cedric to come on. But that's it. McGregor, Tav, Balogun, Goldson, Barisic, Davis, Aribo, Arfield, Roof, Kent and Defoe. And I know you're going to say a Rangers win here, but what do you think the score will be?
I think it's going to be one of the games. You know what I mean? Just a thought of it. I can't say scorelines, mate. I hate seeing scorelines. Look what happens when I say a scoreline.
Think about how good it feels, but when you get it right.
I know, mate, but it's sort of. You know what? I'll go for this game. I'll go 3-1 Rangers.
3-1 Rangers. You see us conceding a goal, right?
No, I don't really see us conceding a goal. I just thought I'd give them a goal. You know what I mean? They're good lads, mate. No, I'll go 3-0 Rangers.
Well, I'm going to go 5-0.
5-0.
I think this is another game where we're just going to blow them away. We're going to have all our best players available. Roof, Kent, Defoe. I can't see how they don't score 1-2 goals maybe between them. So I see
when we score the fifth goal, does that mean that Booker T comes out and goes into the middle of the circle and does a spinner, doesn't
5-10. Aye, of course it does. Of course he does. But hopefully it is a win at the end of the day. As you always say, Rangers win. And hopefully Celtic beat, because they're playing St Johnstone at home.
Don't worry about them. Don't sweat about them, listen. St Johnstone, I've got a good word. St Johnstone are motivated to play a good game. Keep Celtic out of mind. St Johnstone are going to play a good game. I've got a good feeling about it.
I've got a good feeling about it now. They're on good form. So as long as we take care of our business, that's all I'm really concerned
That's
about.
the main thing. Focus on yourself. That's the main thing to do, mate.
And I don't know if there's anything else to talk about, mate. That's about it. Apart from
There is, Jack.
Dave King.
There is something else talk about. Is Dave King?
Sorry, the Dave King news just about breaking there. He sold his shares in the club to Club 1872, which is like a fan base sort of organisation, or whatever you want to call it. He sold his shares to them. 13 million. Club 1872 from that now needs to raise an additional 20,000 members to make the deal viable. So we'll see how that goes. But with Club 1872 in charge, it seems to be outstanding. Sort of, give everybody involved with the club and fans a voice. So I see it as a good thing. But we can only really wait and see how things go. I'm not the best clued up in this kind of thing, but we'll see how it goes.
We'll see how it goes, mate. Just didn't expect any news coming out like that tonight. You know what I mean? I thought it was just going to be one of the nights where Celtic fans are still greeting, but.
Well, mate, you've got an hour of the phone in. You can still listen to him, so knock yourself out, mate, because that's exactly what I'll be going to do. Is there anything else you would like to mention on this one?
No, I'd just like to congratulate the person also who's won the top. Congratulations, and just really looking forward to Thursday's game, mate, and getting a reaction on YouTube.
I'm counting it down, mate. I'm counting it down. Obviously, stay tuned. I'll post a link to our YouTube channel up. I don't think you can actually subscribe to it at the moment because there's no content on it, but as soon as we get figured out how to put this video live, it'll be up there for you to enjoy. So stay tuned to that. There'll be a lot of content coming, but if that's all we've got to talk about, mate, episode 18 is in the books, and we will see you after.
We'll see you later, troops.
Yeah, cheers.
Stay safe.